Hey guys, it's BHA here bringing you a new video. So the great folks over at Switchbot have sent me over another amazing product to show you guys. Today we're going to be looking at the all-new Switchbot Hub 3. Now this thing has so many awesome features, but no better time to introduce it to you guys than right here on Amazon Prime Day. So we got all week, we got this awesome discount that you'll be able to pick up this product. You're not going to want to miss it. There's so many awesome things about the Switchbot Hub 3, it's hard to just cover all of them in one short clip. But some of the cool features that you're going to want to look at is the Switchbot Hub 3 is now the first gateway to get the Works with HomeKit stamp of approval. It also works with Home Assistant as well. So you're going to want to make sure that if you're interested in either of those features, this is the one to check out. Compared to the Hub 2, this will actually support up to 30 different devices. That's pretty awesome. And you combine that with the smart schedule feature that Switchbot has also introduced, this thing is perfect. So let's get started. With it being Amazon Prime Day this week, you're gonna want to pick it up from Amazon. There's at least a 20% discount on Amazon's website for Prime Day this week. I'll have links in the description below. Make sure you head over there to Amazon and check it out on the Switchbot storefront. Without further ado, let's get started.
As always, Switchbot does a great job of marketing on the outside of their boxes, all the information about what the hub can do, as well as what all comes in the box as well. But if we slide the top off here, then we're able to kind of get this thing opened up. And right there on the top is a little box that has all of the instructions. It has mounting templates, as well as 3M tape if you kind of want to use that as your way of mounting it. Then of course we got the Hub 3 itself. And it is significantly larger than the Hub 2, as you could probably already tell. I like the design. It's got the little push button dial there right on the front, along with some other buttons. And of course, you can't see them yet. There's some additional buttons that'll be right below the screen there as well. Besides that, we got the stand that it can mount to. So depending on what you want to do or how you want to use it, you can of course set it on this stand, but it will also mount to a wall as well if you wanted to go that route. So there's a couple of different options there that make it kind of unique. But other than that, we got another small box here that has, let's see, a power brick, some mounting screws and anchors, and a USB-C power cable as well, which has that sensor built into it. So it's kind of a special cable. But that's everything that comes in the box itself. Let's go ahead and move on to the next step, and we'll get this thing set up in the Switchbot app. So adding devices to the Switchbot app is always really easy to do. There just isn't much to it, and Switchbot does a great job of kind of holding your hand all the way through. So if we hit that plus in the top corner, and we're going to say add device, and since we have the Hub 3 already plugged in for the first time, it is in pairing mode, and you can see it shows up right there at the top. So we'll go ahead and select that. Once we have that selected, it's got some disclaimers that kind of pop up here. You can read through those, and once you're done with that, we can hit next. Now we already have it plugged in, but it says to hold the on and off button down for 2 seconds, so that basically fully moves it into pairing mode. And then we're just going to say connect device and give it a chance to work its magic. Now we are ready to get it added to Wi-Fi. Now remember, it takes 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi only, so we don't have an option for 5 gigahertz. We're going to put that info in and we'll give it a second to make its final connection, and boom. We can now give it a name if we want. I'm just going to call mine Hub 3. We also have the option to assign it to a room. I'm not quite sure where mine's going to land just yet, so I'm not going to do that. But other than that, we now have it added and it looks like we are ready to install a firmware update. I'll go ahead and start that and we can kind of fast forward through there. But we now have our new Hub 3 added to the Switchbot app. Let's go ahead and move on to the next step and see what all we can do with the Hub 3 in the Switchbot app. So here we are in the app and we're looking at the Switchbot Hub 3. And you can see right there on top, we have the temperature. Now that's the temperature in the room. Now I just plugged it in, so it's gonna take it a little bit for the sensor to kind of get acclimated and let it run and kind of go through a cycle for a little bit. So it's not actually 80 degrees in the room that this thing is set up. It's just going to take a little while to kind of come down to the right temperature. If it doesn't come down, there are ways to calibrate that sensor to make sure that it is working properly. You can see just below that is the humidity and light sensors. And then of course below that is a section for IR appliances. Now remember, Switchbot has their infrared remote, so you can control infrared devices as well. And so the hub gives you that extra ability to kind of do some of that. In the displayed info section is where we can kind of customize what is displayed on the main screen. As we add more and more devices, it will give us more and more options to kind of customize that screen with different controls and whatnot. So you can give it your location and it will display a custom weather for your area there at the top. If you have a Switchbot lock like the Ultra or a Pro, you can view those lock status here as well. Then of course you have the option to add scenes on those 4 buttons that are at the bottom of the screen for various devices or whatnot, however you want to set that up. So say you want one of them to start your Switchbot robot vacuum, you can set that up, or maybe you want one to turn on your air purifier table, you of course can do that as well. There's tons of options there. Under devices and scenes, now this is where you're going to go to not only add new devices, but also manage those devices as well. Now the cool thing about devices is that not only can you add your regular Switchbot devices, but you're now able to add Matter enabled devices as well through the Matter network that you have built out. So that's pretty awesome. And then when it comes to scenes, you can create new scenes or automations, and this is also where you go to manage those. If we get back out to the main screen and go up to the settings in the top corner there, of course you can change the name if you needed to. Now Smart Schedule is another new feature that Switchbot has just added, which will basically build a schedule for your various devices based on your habits. So as it's learning your habits over time, it will kind of be able to build on that and create you a kind of a schedule when things need to come on and go off and whatnot. The more devices you add, obviously the more it's going to learn and be able to customize. So that's a pretty cool feature. And of course, there's a ton of different options there as well. Maybe I can do a follow-up video once I kind of get everything set up and configured in my Switchbot Hub 3. We'll do a follow-up video and kind of show you how the Smart Schedule actually works. Under device settings is where we have some various options here, like if you want to set a 12-hour clock versus 24-hour clock. You have your auto brightness that'll kind of take advantage of using that light sensor, as well as detection sensitivity for how that screen's going to wake up as you get close to it and stuff like that. We have some various appearance options as well. If you want the current room temperature displayed versus maybe a clock on that home screen, you can set that up here. Under alert conditions is where we can decide what kind of alerts we want to receive. And we can also kind of make a decision on how loud we want them to be. You have the ability to calibrate the temp and humidity sensors that are built into the Hub 3. There are specific ways to do that, and this here will kind of walk you through on how to get those calibrated if you needed to. Chime feature allows the Hub 3 to act as kind of a doorbell ringer if you needed it to. So maybe if your doorbell gets pushed, the Hub 3 can kind of make that announcement or chime for you to kind of help extend your doorbell to various areas of the house, maybe where you can't hear it as well. You can even use the Hub 3 as an alarm clock. So if you want to set up various alarms here in the Hub 3 settings, you can do that as well. Let's see, we got third-party services. This is where we normally go in all the Switchbot devices to kind of configure your Alexa and Google Home settings, as well as like systems like Home Assistant or the new Homey automation system as well. So that's pretty cool. Other than that, we got the Matter setup for getting it integrated into our Matter network, and we're going to talk about that here shortly. You have your install information if you need to go back and look at that. We can certainly check for firmware updates if we needed to, but we've already just updated the firmware on our Switchbot Hub 3, so I think we're good there. And then, of course, you have your device info down there at the bottom. But that about covers all of the main things that you can do in the app. Let's go ahead and move on to the next section, and we'll get it integrated into Matter. To get everything set up in Matter is pretty easy. So for me, I use HomeKit kind of as my Matter connection. So with my Apple TV 4K as my Matter hub, and it works pretty smooth. So first things first, I want to get my Hub 3 added into Apple HomeKit. And we're going to do that, of course, via Matter. So here we are starting in the Switchbot app. Under settings, we're going to go to Matter Setup. We'll click on Connect Device. Then we want to copy that code because we'll need it here to get added into HomeKit. So once we have that code copied, then we can jump over into the Apple Home app. We're going to hit that plus in the top corner, and we're going to go to Add Accessory. We're going to click on more options here, and then my accessory isn't shown here down at the bottom. So now we have the option to paste that code in there, and then we just give it a second to complete the setup, and boom. We can now give it a name if we want. I'm just going to leave it as the default for now, which is Switchbot Hub 3. This Hub 3 is in my kitchen, so I'm just going to assign all these sensors to that same kitchen location. And we are done. If you go over to the kitchen section here in the Apple Home app, you can see all the sensors listed there at the top. So we now have our Hub 3 added into Apple HomeKit via Matter. Now that the Hub 3 is added, we can go back into the Switchbot app and we can add all those secondary devices as well. So these will be like various Switchbot devices that maybe we have connected to our Hub 3, but we also want them to be shared via Matter as well, so that we'll be able to see them in HomeKit. So under Matter Setup in the settings section, there's a place down at the bottom for secondary devices. So we're going to click on that. And it has a list there showing you all the available devices that you can add. And so you just kind of hit that plus next to whichever ones you want. And all those devices will be added into HomeKit as well. So the last thing that I want to do, since we now have it already added into Apple HomeKit, is I want to go ahead and get these devices added into Home Assistant as well, which again is very simple to do. We've done it in previous videos. So we're going to go into the home settings in our Apple Home app. We're going to click on Home Hubs and Bridges. And then we're just going to select that newly added Switchbot Hub 3. So once we do that, down at the bottom, you'll see turn on pairing mode. And so we're going to go ahead and click on that. And then of course we have a new code that we're going to copy. And so once that's done, then we can move over to the Matter section in Home Assistant. And we're going to click on Add Device. From there, we will select it's already in use with Apple HomeKit, and then we can paste in that newly copied pairing code that we got earlier. We'll give it a second to finish setting up, and boom, we now have it added into Home Assistant. And you can see all the devices listed there, and if I click on the front door lock, which is one of those secondary devices on my Switchbot Hub 3, it has the current status, the battery state, as well as the state of the door, whether it's open or closed as well. So that's awesome. So let's go ahead and move on to the last step, and I will give you my final thoughts. All right, the Switchbot Hub 3. I mean, it's only about 120 bucks on Amazon, which honestly is a really good deal if you think about it. I mean, considering everything that it's capable of. I mean, this thing will control infrared devices. It will control, of course, all of the Switchbot devices. And since it's Matter enabled, it will do Matter devices as well. And with it being Matter enabled, it makes it super easy to get it added into Apple HomeKit and even Home Assistant as well. So on top of all the devices that it can control, built into it, it has temperature, humidity, light, and motion sensors, which is pretty cool. You can control it from the Switchbot app, Alexa, obviously your smartwatch if you have like an Apple Watch. And then, of course, it has all the buttons and controls that are on the actual hub itself. I mean, I love how easy it is getting set up into the Switchbot app. And if you already have Switchbot devices in your home, you already know how great the Switchbot ecosystem and how well all of it kind of works and meshes together really well. So you kind of already know that functionality, which really makes Switchbot products that much better. I will have links to Switchbot's website as well as their Amazon storefront in the description below. If you aren't interested in this particular product, head over there, check them out for yourself. I guarantee you'll find something that you do like.
As always, I want to thank everybody for donating to my Buy Me a Coffee link. Every little bit helps. If you haven't had a chance, head over to my spring merchandise page and check out all of the Burns home automation merchandise. If you're looking for the latest smart home gear, you're going to want to check out Smonet. I'll have a link in the description below. Head over there and see the deals they currently have running. If you're looking for the latest smart window treatment, you're going to want to check out Smartwings. I'll have a link in the description below for them as well. Head over there and see what specials they have running on all of their smart shades. And if you're looking for SIM cards for all of your IoT gear, you're going to want to check out Eiotclub. I'll have a link in the description below. Head over there and see what specials they're running on their SIM card plans. And we can't forget about Eufy. Eufy has tons of smart home products, not only cameras, but also vacuums and other stuff. You're going to want to check them out as well. If you're interested in buying and selling stock or maybe cryptocurrency, you're going to want to check out Robinhood. I'll have a link in the description below. If you sign up with that link, you and I both will get a free share of stock. It's a win-win for both of us. If you liked the video, please subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions or comments, hit me up in the comments below. As always, if there are any videos out there that you would like to see that I don't already have out there, let me know in the comments as well, and I'll see if I can get something put together for you guys. Otherwise, I'll see you guys around.